Welcome back, everybody. I am back, and I'm with some wonderful Beehive contestants. We are here at Landmark down at 34th and Market. This is a wonderful spot, and I'm glad that you're here to join us. Let my Beehive people introduce themselves.
Hello out there, my name is Will. I'm a summer camp counselor. I'm also a part-time gynecologist, ladies, Dr. Will.
Hi, my name is Jennifer Chappell. I'm a PR professional here in Philadelphia, and I'm also the author of the blog I'm Hatin'.
Hello, my name is Daryl. During the day, I'm actually a special ed classroom assistant over at Ben Franklin High School. I work with autistic support children. And my other passion during the evening is I started my own sports blog where I write about sports and I write about sneakers. That's Daryl, D-A-R-R-Y-L, 616 at Blogspot if you want to come and read some of my posts.
Daryl, I like your t-shirt. Where'd you get that shirt from? What it says birds and the bees?
Yes, Birds and the Bees is actually from a childhood friend, dear close friend of mine, from his clothing business, Abstract Clothing Company, and the founder is Billy Abstract, where you can actually follow him on Twitter at Billy Abstract, or you can follow the company Abstract Phone on Twitter as well.
All right, guys. In a recent blog, I sometimes, when I'm alone, I look at gossip blogs. It's like an addiction sometimes. I know. But I was on the Young Black and Fabulous, the YBF.com, and I saw like Quincy Jones had like this younger woman with him. Like she was like literally in her like 20s. What is she, like pushing 70 or something? Yeah. And I was thinking like, what do people think about younger men and older men and younger women, or older women and younger men? Like, do you think that they should date? Like, what do you think about that? Would you date someone older than you, like significantly? Not like you're in your 20s and they're like 35. That 35 is not old. Okay.
For one, I think women with older men, to me, that's a problem for me.
Oh my God.
Because a lot of times I just think that the younger women is with the older man just for status. They don't really look as far as, sometimes it don't be emotions. Sometimes they don't even.
What do you mean just for status?
Just for status. Like, there's a lot of girls out here that whereas though they don't want to do no work, so they think they get them an older guy.
Sugar daddy.
Like sugardaddy.com that they have, and you can get yourself a sugar daddy.
Exactly.
But not in all cases.
A sponsor.
I think it kind of goes both ways. I think honestly, if it depends. I think dating someone older, dating someone younger, I think that as long as they're mentally where you are, then it's completely fine. I'm 28. If I found a man that was like 48 and was looking for the same thing I am, looking for love, you want to settle down soon, you want to have kids soon. I mean, he got there later in his life, but absolutely. I mean that shouldn't have no bearing on me.
Together.
But we're at that point together.
Yeah.
In terms of the status, I mean that's just like one person usually. I mean you can't really say that men don't do the same thing. They have a nice little pretty little trophy wife on their arm, somebody young, somebody who's gonna drive their car,
or as they say, a side job.
Exactly, or a side job.
But you ask yourself, what can you possibly have in common for somebody that's 15 or 20 years older than you?
Wait a minute, it depends where they are in their life, because not all older men are like, not every 40-year-old man is thinking like a 40-year-old man. Sometimes they're like, they really took some time to get there. Like they're still in, what is it called? Developmentally, like stalling or something like that, maybe a few years. What if they were locked up for a few years and they missed out on a few things? I'm serious.
No, and women too, because some women are
very immature.
Yeah, some women act young
true.
and are very young, and they act very young until they are like 30, 40.
You have some adults that, man or woman, that, when they're maybe a little bit younger, they act more mature. But then you may have some men or women, they're a little bit older, 35, 40 or older, that still act, immature. So it can kind of go either way. I think with this situation, it goes on an individual type of, basis. It's something that you can't just say across the board goes on. So just the individual.
So when you heard Whitney and Ray J, what did you think? Automatically.
I thought
she was high. No, I'm just kidding. Rest in peace, Whitney.
Rest in peace.
No, I thought, okay. First things first, you got to strip it all down, because you got to strip it. Sometimes with celebrities, you got to strip it down. I got this from a friend of mine, Dominique Landry, me and you, buddy. But you got to strip it down. When you look at Whitney, take off their celebrity. Okay. If you just saw Whitney on the street, what was Whitney? Rest in peace. I'm sorry, but she was crackish. what is Ray J? Ray J is nothing but a whore. Again, it is what it is. Like he's just out there doing him.
Then
That's what he
Ashton and
thinks.
Demi.
Yeah, that's so basically. I mean, is he pulling bad chicks? He's pulled a whore and a crackhead. I mean, I don't know. Or
mean,
potentially he
But
pulled
let's talk
someone
about their
promiscuous and a
relationship.
crackhead.
People give them so much slack, but they really bonded. It seemed like that was her boo. What about Ashton and Demi? They were married.
How do you
Yeah,
feel
see,
about
that's fine.
how do you feel about Nick Cannon and Mariah
Hello.
Carey?
I think
That's
that's
another
fine.
good one.
I think that's fine because
Why?
Mariah is young. Mariah
I
acts
think, to
young.
be
Mariah's
honest
a
with you,
butterfly.
Mariah's
you know
a
what, to be
butterfly.
honest with you,
So
I think he really balanced her out though.
Thank
Okay,
you.
so
really
so
think he
we can
balanced
say
it
that
out.
there are some older
some-
and younger couples, and they balance each other out because somebody
Exactly.
is developmentally lacking somewhere sometimes,
And I
or
think-
there's something that appeals to them.
And with the Ashton and Demi thing, I actually kind of knew that it wasn't going to work out because
Okay.
Ashton looked like he wanted kids, and she already had 3.
Yeah.
So I was like, I mean, and they were grown kids.
Like
Them
you said,
kids
they were
wasn't
at a
like
different
young.
point.
They're in 2 different
Unless-
areas.
unless they
that's
were
the
to
issue.
adopt,
For
but they
me, I
probably
feel like
didn't want that.
with the older guy, I think like for me, we're just gonna date and have a good time because if you already done what I want
Right,
to do,
right.
where are we gonna meet in the middle?
Right.
Now, if you're an older guy that has no kids
Right.
and you know you're like a powerful
Which
guy,
is rare.
You know, excuse
hard.
me, it's rare, but it's not impossible.
Absolutely, I
okay.
agree.
But at the end of the day, like for me, an older guy to me brings like some type of mature, like fine wine. You
Right.
know,
Gets
it
better
gets better with
with
time.
age.
You know, he kind of opens me up to things. You know, teaches me a few things. You know, because I'm young. You know what I mean? Teach me. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
But another major situation just occurred. Chad Ochocinco and Evelyn. Do you know anybody? You know anything about these 2 people? Who are
I
they?
did, yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I actually said that I tweeted this earlier this week. I said Chad Ochocinco is having the absolute worst week ever. Like he hands
I
down
saw that. I
is
saw that.
having the absolute worst week ever.
But what do you feel about celebrities and domestic violence and just all of it in general?
As much as I love sports and I'm a huge Chad fan, and I
Okay. So
tweeted
you really want Chad to be on a team?
on a team, and I tweeted that you can actually follow some of my sports blogs at sports_247 365. And what I spoke about this week on Twitter about that whole situation is I watched the HBO show Hard Knocks, which Chad was on with the Miami Dolphins.
Right.
And for people who didn't watch the first episode, he clearly told his teammates last week, during our off day, I'm going to get arrested. That was an exact quote by Chad Johnson.
So do you feel like it was kind of like forecast, like foreshadowing?
A few days later, on his off day, the man did exactly what he said he was going to do. He got arrested. Now, another thing that I tweeted about as well concerning that situation is we never know what goes on behind closed doors. And America's supposed to be innocent until proven guilty, or a lot of times is guilty until proven innocent. So instead of judging what happened behind closed doors, it doesn't matter if something went wrong, whether it be the man or the woman. No one deserves the right to be touched. A man shouldn't touch a woman. A woman shouldn't touch a man, regardless of who's right or who's wrong. But let's allow the facts to come out before we be quick to
But
judge.
I think what happened, what really made it seem like it damned him is because she immediately filed for divorce. So what does that tell you about her? It's kind of like she shouldn't have made so many quick decisions.
Wait, but you know what though? Honestly, ask yourself, she's the type of person, she does everything for fame and glamour.
Okay.
This, she can actually make money off of this.
Of course, she's promoting, advocating for domestic violence. This Basketball Wives girl that cursed people out on the show. Who are you, a role model?
And then my thing is, what makes it so mad is that why wait till a celebrity does something domestic, whereas those people that's made
on an everyday basis.
Every day.
You don't hear their sob stories on the news. You don't even hear people want to, is everything okay with you, this, that, third, and other? But when you're a celebrity, it's just like everything is just out there for you.
Yeah.
Like people, I feel so hurt that you're going through this, that, third, and other.
Yeah. I mean, it goes like the Chris Brown and Rihanna situation. I mean, because Oprah's doing a show with Rihanna. It's coming on Sunday, and it's like the women always get to tell their own side of the story. But sometimes I kind of feel like, well, what about the men?
Situation that we
Two
don't
human
know.
beings,
What
they don't
went
work
on
together.
in
And
the
they
car? They
become-
were in the car together.
Right.
We had no clue of what's
happened.
going on. Allegedly, and I say allegedly, Evelyn felt a condom receipt for check, but we
it's
don't.
nothing new.
We don't know
If
exactly.
you watched Basketball Wives, she told him in one episode, if you're gonna cheat, at least let me buy the condom. At least let me know.
Right.
So it's not nothing new.
Absolutely.
So what's going
Which is
on?
insane.
And when it comes to those kind of industries, athletes, entertainers, I'm not saying that it's right to cheat, but I feel like a lot of the women know what they're getting themselves into prior to that. Like, I'm a huge Kobe Bryant fan. I'm not saying what he did in Colorado was right. I'm not saying cheating on his wife is right, but they knew, or she knew rather, when they met, what kind of lifestyle it is
Now my
in
question,
the NBA.
because I fight with
And
this.
you got great guys like Grant Hill. I'm a huge Grant Hill fan. My favorite college player ever. He's faithful to Tamia,
love
but
it.
you know
I love
throughout
it.
the
But
NBA,
Tamia, that you
know of.
that's
That you
not
know
going to
of.
happen. Yeah,
And
that's not
that
going to
you know
happen.
of. But the
Sure.
only
That
thing
is
is
true.
though, as like these men, and because my boyfriend, he's a basketball player,
Right.
former basketball player, Division I.
Right.
He coaches college right now. Jordan Ingram, hey, how you doing, baby? But no, he and I fight about this all the time because he says the same thing you say. These women know what they're getting into. But to me, I mean, you as the man, why get married then? Why even put it out there? Why say to yourself and God and whoever else that you're proclaiming your love for this woman? Why even get married? Why go through the hassle? Why go through the struggle? If you want to be with somebody, be with somebody. I mean, there's thousands, hundreds of thousands of people who are together for extended periods of time who aren't married at all. There's,
absolutely,
like
you're
Susan
right.
Sarandon and Tim Robbins,
Absolutely.
and I mean people who have been couples
Right,
forever,
right,
like
right,
20, 15,
right. Absolutely. Longer.
years longer than that are just like, no. If you're not going to make that commitment
Right.
to be in a stable relationship with
Right.
this one person,
Right.
then you shouldn't be getting married. If that's the lifestyle that you plan to lead,
Absolutely.
then wait till retirement age.
Right.
Retirement
And I'm
for
a
an
firm
athlete.
and that's what I'm a firm
Question
believer
from the way
in
this whole
as well,
situation
in
went
terms
down.
of athletes.
Yeah.
She did not intend on being married for a long
Oh,
time.
absolutely not.
I get that impression.
Just like
more
Kim
entertainment
Kardashian
purposes.
with
Chris
yeah,
Humphries.
And with Chris Humphries.
She wasn't planning on being married
Yeah.
long.
No.
But that's
Be sure to watch more of The Buzz Club every Tuesday night at 9:30 p.m. on Philadelphia's Comcast, Channel 66, and Verizon, Channel 29.